Well, hello again, MGTOW. Today we don't find ourselves in any particular special spot. I'm just in the back of a shopping mall here, and I had a little bit of time, taking my break, my 34-hour reset, and so I figure I put a video together for you guys. This video has to do with answering a very simple question: what is the cost? What's the cost to have a baby nowadays, right? Because MGTOW is no marriage, no cohabitation, and no kids, right? Some say no kids out of marriage, but I just say no kids because either, whether you're married or not, nowadays it doesn't matter. If your wife turns against you, it's all over for you. So, some of the costs associated with having a baby in 2019, right? Let's talk about what happens before the baby comes along, right? I looked at a couple of websites, and let me just find myself here. Okay, so we're looking at smartasset.com, and they say the average price of having a baby through vaginal delivery is between $5,000 to $11,000 in most states. $5,000 to $11,000. We're talking here in the United States. And you got to keep in mind, this is average, right? You better have good insurance for this. But not to worry. This is why women have pretty much legislated having a baby in a way that the rest of society pays for it through our insurance policies, and that is why the second website that I went to is ehealthinsurance.com, and it says that maternity coverage is one of the 10, and I'm quoting here, the 10 essential health benefits that must be covered by all health insurance plans offered to individuals, families, and small groups. It says the women have it, the women have it covered by law, basically. What is the effect of this on our overall insurance rates? We obviously see skyrocketing insurance premiums, right? Things we don't use, so that these women, so that some of that money can offset the cost of some of these women having babies, right? In short, we're subsidizing the cost, of them having kids, right? Of other people having kids through our premiums. But what if you have no insurance, right? So according to whattoexpect.com, they put out a report. They call it the Truven Report, and they said that the cost of having a baby it's at anywhere from $30,000. You read that right, 30 grand, $30,000 for an uncomplicated vaginal birth, to $50,000 for a C-section. So you better hope that that everything goes well, because it can get really expensive quickly if you don't have insurance. But we live in the United States. Most of these girls, if they're gonna have a baby, if they're in poverty, Uncle Sam foots the bill, right? And have many different programs for them, from prenatal care to after they have the baby. The WIC program and welfare and everything else. So that's that. And we're looking at actually the same website conducted a survey that indicated that while first-time moms anticipate spending $591 a month on childcare, and this is for after the woman has the baby, right? They actually end up shelling out $650 a month. They say that childcare costs in the U.S. grow every year and that between 2015 and 2016, the average cost of weekly daycare increased from $195 to $220. And if you think that, let's think about a couple of things here. Number one, $196 to $211. You can still get a car for that, you know, if a month, right? Actually, this is weekly daycare. The cost of weekly daycare. So you can get a fancy automobile for that kind of money, insurance included. And the other thing is that it says that first-time moms are you know, they anticipate spending $591 a month, right? But they end up spending $650. But do they really, or is it the men that have the babies that end up paying all this money, right? Because let's face it, after she has the child, she can't work for a while, and just before having the kid, you know, she has to leave at some point, especially if she's doing any sort of strenuous work, which is unlikely, you know. But we men end up paying, you know, footing the bill, right? Another website here says the average baby goes through 6 to 10 diapers a day. That translates to 2 to 3 hours of diapers. And you know, every diaper, one new diaper every 2 to 3 hours, right? And according to the National Diaper Bank Network, I never even knew this organization existed. National Diaper Bank Network. This can set you back $70 to $80 per month. That could be a very nice cell phone, if you ask me. It says this turns out to be about $900 a year, according to popsugar.com. Popsugar.com is where I got this from. Normally, it says here that normally a box of 96 diapers can last about a week and a half. About a week and a half. I think that's about right. I mean, I've had kids myself, and I think that's about right. This is coming from communitybabycenter.com. community.babycenter.com. Then we're looking at costblogger.com, and there they say that according to the brand you buy, you may end up using about 14 boxes of diapers a year. 14 boxes of diapers. You do the math. Then we go on to baby formula, and we go to smartasset.com. And here I'm going to take a quick pause, guys, because I say, you know, if you haven't checked out my baby formula video, and to see how, you know, baby formula is basically a feminist weapon, right, so that the woman can get back to work, go ahead and check out that video. My baby formula is the title of that video. It's one of my earliest videos. The sound quality in it is not that great. I apologize for it, but the information in it is you know, it's gold, according to the people that have watched it. And so yeah, go ahead and check out that video about baby formula. But here we're looking at smartasset.com, and they say that the average cost of baby formula across popular brands can average between $1,200 and $1,500 a year. And during a baby's first year, and this is according to the U.S. Surgeon General, right? You know, it can be that much. It can be $1,500. Another thing I want to mention is that companies send out free samples of baby formula, and they do this because they know that once the woman starts feeding the baby that formula, right, so she can hurry back to the workforce or whatnot, you know, she stops producing milk, and so it becomes really expensive really quick, which is why baby formula is one of the most stolen items in the United States every year. It tops the top 10 most stolen items in the United States. Then we go on to clothing, right? The average clothes, the average cost of baby clothes, you know, monthly for a baby is about $60. And if you ever had kids, you know that's very low. You can easily spend much more than that in just a couple of things. Car seat. I did a quick search for a car seat for an infant, and they had me looking at prices ranging from $85 to $269. 269 being a nice one, 85 bucks being just an average one. And I know many hospitals will give out car seats, right? That by law in some I know in my state, it's mandatory that the hospital, you have to have a car seat, right? And if you don't have one, when you leave in the hospital, the hospital provides you with one, which of course adds to the cost of taxpayer dollars or whatnot, going towards that. But you have to have a car seat. You can't just walk out with the baby, all right? Even if you're just taking the bus out of the hospital, you have to have a car seat. That's the way. That's the way that it's mandated nowadays. So these car seats, again, they go for from 85 to 269 bucks. A baby crib. We're looking at a crib, because you can't have your baby sleeping next to you because you can crush the baby, So a crib for your baby is gonna cost you around anywhere from $149 to $356. Then there's such a thing as a baby carousel, right? Not the CC, no, a baby carousel. This is so that the baby can walk around or whatnot. That costs about 40 bucks. Once the baby starts getting its legs, some strength in its legs, and it can walk around. There, of course, you're gonna need a blanket for your baby. That's gonna, blankets go anywhere from 18 to 32 bucks at Target.com. Maybe able to find a cheaper one at Amazon. Then you need a bathtub, right? Because you gotta wash your baby, you gotta bathe your baby. Give your baby a bath, and those tend to go for anywhere from 14 to 35 bucks, $13.99 to $34.99 here. The food for the baby, right? A lot of women nowadays, they don't know how to cook, and they can't, and it's tough for them to even take care of themselves. So they buy a lot of that, canned baby food, right? Or baby jars of food, and that costs big money. So it depends. That depends on whether your wife or girlfriend or significant other is is willing to make baby food, right? To put to mash a banana and feed it to the baby, or she buys everything. We're looking at baby wipes. That's $2 or $1.99 to $3 a pack. That was at Walmart. We're looking at creams, ointments, and powders, etc. Those can be as expensive as you want. There's so many of those products out there that I didn't even bother to check. But a bottle of anything can be $3 to $8 a piece or something like that. We're looking at baby bottles, baby nipples. Those same thing. They add up. 3, 4, 5, $8, depending on which one you want to buy, and how many of those you buy. We already covered the car seat. A stroller, a baby stroller, that will run you from $49.96. It's the cheapest one I could find. And you got those fancy strollers out there. If you got money, and you want to spend $500 on a stroller, you can easily do that. With the 3 big wheels, so you can go running with the baby or whatnot. Smoother ride for your child, and a better experience for you. Those cost about $500. Then we go on to, let's see here. We got way more expensive here, guys. It's way more expensive. So we got the new page here. So going to the new page here. You got to keep your baby safe, and so a baby monitoring system, they tend to run for about $379. I saw one, and they average around that price there. So the electric outlets, they have to be covered so your baby doesn't electrocute itself. Those run for $3.49 a pack of 2. Of course, if you hit the dollar store, you can find it cheaper, $1 or so, whatever. But you may also end up paying more depending on how much you shop around. Doorknob covers, all right, because the babies, they tend to open doors and you don't want them falling down the stairs. Once they're strong enough to climb up and try to turn a doorknob. Again, they're $3.99 for a pack of 2. We're looking at a wall safe baby gate, and this is more for like a toddler, right? So we're looking at the first year or the first 18 months, right? That I consider a baby. Most people would consider that a baby. So we're looking at a baby safe gate that is safe for your wall, doesn't scratch your walls or whatnot. That's $46.99. We're looking at a playpen for a baby, because you can't have the baby hanging around all over the place. You gotta have a little playpen, a little area. So you buy this pen and you put the baby in there once in a while, so you can actually do something. Take a breather, right? From from having to carry your baby, and you don't want to have them in a carousel all the time or whatever, right? Not a carousel. The carousel is I'm making a mistake here. The carousel is the thing that hangs over the crib, and it plays music or whatnot on top, so the baby gets distracted. There's another thing there's another name for the where the baby puts both his legs inside of it, and you can put food in there, on a little table-like setting for the baby. I forget the name of that. But anyways, that's not the playpen. The playpen is like an enclosed area, and that costs you $64.99. Then we're looking at stairs. If you have stairs, you're gonna need a safety gate for that too. That's $34.99. I found one online for $34.99. TV and furniture safety straps. This is so that the furniture doesn't fall on top of the baby, right? These are the straps. Those are I saw a set for $8.99 for a pack of 2. We're looking at a toilet lock, because babies do tend to go to the toilet and they're curious. They want to find out what's in there, right? And that's about $6.99. Window blind cord wind-ups. Again, this is all to keep your baby safe, right? And so what's a window blind cord wind-up, right? So this item here winds up your window blind cord, so the baby doesn't end up wrapping it around his neck, right? And that is $3.59 for a pack of 2. Cabinet slide lock, $7.99 each, because the babies tend to open up cabinet doors. Stove and oven knob covers, $6.79 for a pack of 5. Baby laundry detergent, because the baby has sensitive skin. You can't just use any old detergent. That's a 100-ounce bottle. We're looking at $15.99. We talked about baby formula earlier. Baby formula for the Similac baby formula powder, 23.2 ounce can. That is $28.99 a pack. And I forget how much baby formula a baby consumes. But I think if I try to remember correctly, I think it was like a can every 2.5 days or so, maybe a week. I don't know. But $28.99 for a can. In case your baby gets diaper rash, the little ointment for that is $4.69. The shampoo for the baby is $8.99. If you want to throw away the diapers in a pail that doesn't stink, the pail itself, you get a pack of 2, maybe one for the big room, one for the baby's room. That's $12.99. Pacifiers, right? Because some babies cry, and women don't always want to nurture them, and it's tough. It's tough even for men. So sometimes people give them a pacifier. That's $3.99, and of course it's got to be maintained, cleaned, or whatnot. Same with the nipples. Same with the wipes also for the pacifiers. They're around $4 each. you want to take babies, pictures of your baby, right? Because they're gonna grow quick. So you got to pay photographer fees. Those can be expensive too. Once the baby starts getting teeth, you're gonna need a teething mitt or so, so you can scratch the baby's gums and it stops crying. So that's about $8.99 each. If you don't want to use a mitt, you can also get them like an animal or something. And I looked at this giraffe. It's a giraffe teether. So you just give it to the baby and the baby bites into it. And but that's more expensive. That's $25. $25 for the giraffe. So anyways, this just kind of gives you a general idea of what some of the costs are, associated with having a baby. And I didn't cover, health insurance. I didn't cover, traveling with your baby on an airplane. I didn't cover any of that stuff. It's the additional, heating and cooling costs or whatever, because you have to keep your baby within a certain temperature range. There's so many more expenses, guys. So many more expenses. So what I'm saying here is, if you're the kind of guy that's considering having a baby, you're out there considering having a kid, you got a nice girlfriend, she's hot as can be, and you're thinking, well, this girl here, if I get her pregnant, she's gonna look nice, with a big belly. I can show her around. I can be the proud owner, or the proud let's just say the owner, the proud owner of this woman, right? With the baby that is gonna come to the world, right? I did it. I got her pregnant, right? I'm proud. Well, think about it. Think about it, because, like I said, just the cost of diapers alone, right? And some other, the main expenses there. That could be a nice car. That could be a nice cell phone. That could be, money that goes towards your early retirement, if you're trying, because you don't want to work all your life, right? And then of course, once people grow, right? Kids grow, and so more clothing needs to be bought. All that other stuff needs to be bought again. A new bed needs to be bought for the kid. Bedroom set, you name it. Then they grow. They go to school. You got to buy school supplies. Then they grow more. Teenagers start demanding anything from driver's license, for schooling fees to, and then of course they got to go on to school, like college, right? Or get a training of sorts, right? And if they choose to, pursue a higher education degree, you got to foot the bill for that too. So, being a parent is not easy. It's not easy. Of course, watching someone grow and develop, it's a wonderful experience, right? And it's not something to be regretted. But kids are not cheap. They're not. So if you have the choice, right, and you're like, dancing around between having a kid or not having a kid, and I'm not even going into the legal ramifications of having a kid, right? The responsibility of that, right? The possible child support or whatever. It can be quite expensive, guys. It can be quite expensive. So, anyways, that's the video for the day. I thank you for watching. This is light research. It's not something that that's deep and philosophical, but it's part of MGTOW, and very few MGTOW producers are talking about kids out there. Most are talking about marriage and divorce and whatnot, but few are talking about kids. And so when I get a chance, this is one of the things I like to talk about. Be careful, be safe out there, and I'll catch you in the next video. Until next time.